Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Nicole Brady with the latest from Denver 7. We have breaking developments in the case of missing Colorado mother Kelsey Barrett. ABC News reports an Idaho nurse under investigation is expected to plead guilty this week. That's according to two family members. While we don't yet know what charges she'll face, investigators have been looking into the woman possibly for disposing of evidence. Kelsey Barrett was last seen Thanksgiving Day with her one-year-old daughter at a Woodland Park grocery store. While Barrett's body has not been found, her fiance Patrick Frazee was arrested in December for her murder. Today is Missing Person Day in Colorado, a day recognizing and supporting families of missing people from across the state. It was all started by the mother of a pregnant woman who disappeared 6 years ago today. Kelsey Schelling would have turned 28 years old this month. She disappeared after driving to Pueblo to visit her then boyfriend, who's now facing charges for her murder. Her body has never been found. Last week, Kelsey's family announced a $100,000 reward for information through the end of this month. State lawmakers are trying something new today by inviting all of us into the budget conversation. For the first time ever, the Joint Budget Committee is taking public comment. Denver 7's Micah Smith has a preview of a first-of-its-kind meeting in our state capitol.
If you've ever been frustrated with how the government spends your tax dollars, today is your chance to speak up. The Joint Budget Committee is made up of 6 members of the legislature, and they are the ones who actually write the state budget. But before they do that, this time they want to hear from you. Today at 1:30 at the Legislative Services Building on 14th Avenue is where the meeting is happening, and Committee Chairman Dominic Moreno says the Joint Budget Committee has been criticized in the past for not being transparent, and they wanted to change that.
I wanted us to solicit feedback from a normal citizen on what their priorities are for state government and for the budget. And so that's why I think it was so important that we institute this process and make sure we're being transparent and accountable to the average taxpayer.
Moreno says anyone is welcome to speak before the committee. They'll be looking through suggestions and deciding which ones to integrate into the budget. Reporting from the Capitol, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Also at the state capitol today, a state Senate committee will hear a bill proposal supporting officers involved in a shooting or use of force situation. Under the bill, policies would be set up to better prepare officers for these types of calls, give officers support after a shooting, set up guidelines for temporary leave, and set up guidelines for an officer to return to work. These guidelines would be updated every other year to keep up with societal changes. This morning, the parents of fallen El Paso County Deputy Micah Flick are speaking for the first time since their son's death nearly a year ago. Tomorrow marks 1 year since Flick died, and the Flicks say it's been difficult to relive the traumatic event. Unwanted memories have been popping up into their minds in recent days, but they say the support of the community has gone a long way toward their own healing.
The night he died and the people that lined up the roads, that still gets to me. That's just more than impressive. It just shows the hearts that really care.
Deputy Flick was a son and also a husband and father to 8-year-old twins. The Flick family has worked to keep Micah's memory alive over the past year by encouraging everyone across the country to support their local law enforcement. The North Metro area is growing, and there's an ongoing debate about how to provide enough water for the future. Tonight, the public has another chance to weigh in on a 70-mile water pipeline that would take water from the Poudre River north of Fort Collins down to Thornton. The latest plans have the pipeline following a course along County Road 56 north of Fort Collins instead of Douglas Road as previously proposed. But neighbors say the pipeline should be laid in less disruptive areas. Larimer County Commissioners will hear from the public tonight starting at 6:30 and then again next Monday. We're already tracking Colorado's next storm. Right now it's bringing a little snow to our higher elevations. The worst is yet to come, though. Look at this. The storm already dumped inches of snow on the Sierra Nevadas of California. The area is under a winter storm warning through tomorrow. Forecasters predict 1 to 2 feet of snow could fall there during that time period. In California's lower elevations, the storm caused flooding in Malibu, and several communities near wildfire burn scores were evacuated because of potential mudslides. landslides. So as for when that storm will get here, let's check in with Lisa Hidalgo.
Yeah, you know, our mountains are going to pick up some snow off and on over the next few days. It's going to stay nice and dry here in town for the next 2 days. Really pretty shot from Civic Center this morning under a little mix of sun and clouds. Take a look at Futurecast, though. That mountain snow, it's going to intensify tonight and into tomorrow. We'll see a rain-snow mix on the western slope by this afternoon. Denver, again, very mild. We've got low 50s by lunch, mid to upper 50s for highs today, and winds coming in out of the south. It is still going to be pretty gusty out on the far eastern plains, but a little calmer here along I-25 today. The winds will pick up, though, tomorrow. Take a look. Early tomorrow morning, more snow in the high country. Out across the plains, we'll be in the upper 20s to low 30s, and then a little cooler tomorrow afternoon, upper 40s to low 50s by 3:30. The winds picking up out of the southwest tomorrow with that next storm moving in. So here's the timing of this. And again, the mountains will pick up snow off and on for the next few days. We'll be in the low 50s on Tuesday and then quite a bit colder by Wednesday. And as far as timing goes for right now, it looks like our Wednesday morning commute will be dry, but then by midday and then through the afternoon, we could pick up a few inches of snow. Right now, it looks like about 2 to 4 inches into early Thursday morning with a few lingering flurries. It gets cold too, Nicole. 30s on Wednesday, highs below freezing on Thursday.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Well, today, volunteers in Loveland began the annual process of stamping Valentine envelopes to be sent out all over the world. It's all part of Loveland's Valentine's Day remailing program. The deadline to mail a Valentine outside this country has already passed, but if you want to send one to another state, you still have till Thursday to get your card to the Loveland post office. If it's staying here in Colorado, you have a little more time. That deadline is not until Saturday. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us. Check back here later for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.